Day 2 of 30, and look at this. I'm letting you guys see me in all my glory with my pimple patches and all. So today I want to talk to you about self-trust. This has something to do with the decision of making these videos every single day for 30 days. Self-trust is not something that I've always had. Like I didn't always trust myself. On the outside, it looked like I did, and even I believed that I trusted myself just because I was making bold decisions in life. I was going after what I wanted. I was pursuing the things that I wanted. So I thought I must have really good self-trust, self-esteem, confidence, etc. Reality was a little bit more nuanced. The thing about self-trust, it's exactly like trusting somebody else. What does it mean to trust somebody? It means that you feel like you can rely on them. And that generally is a combination of reasons, a combination of things that make you willing to rely on someone. But most of all, it's your trust in their character and in their willingness to do the work, your trust in them telling or doing what's right or telling the truth, your trusting in their abilities and their skill set. It's so many things, but at least for me, what I found is it's a fact of, do I trust that this person will do what they're supposed to do? If they give me their word, can I trust it? Yes, sweetie. Okay, cats really love to just come alive whenever I'm making videos. So distracting. It's so cute though. She's too far away. Somebody said the other day you should show us your cats. She's too far away and I'm not going to get up right now. Anyway, the reason why I didn't trust myself is because I was constantly promising things to myself and breaking them. Like I was constantly breaking my promises to myself. And I don't mean big things, I mean small things. I mean saying things like, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and work on X at this time and then not do that. Or setting a reminder on my phone, a notification to do a small thing that would take me like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and I could have done it on the spot, but I didn't feel like it, or I had resistance to it, or whatever, and I just set it up for a later time, and then when the time comes, I snooze and I snooze and I snooze, and things actually end up being on my list for weeks, sometimes, no joke. Something that would have taken me 5 minutes to complete will just sit there and consume so much energy, and you think you're not thinking about it, but it's sitting somewhere in the back of your mind, and it is actually affecting even your ability to be creative because it's consuming some of your energy. It's like it's an open loop. So my lack of trust in myself, what it meant is that I didn't trust that I would keep my promises to myself. That's the first thing. And I didn't take myself seriously or my words seriously because I wasn't keeping my promises to myself, which was really interesting because I always took my promise to other people very seriously. Like I would never say to someone, I'll call you in 5 minutes and then call them in 30 minutes. I took it very seriously. Like if I said I was going to send you an email later today, then I was going to send you an email later before I went to sleep, even if it wasn't urgent or important. I don't know what's going on with her today, but all right. Rebuilding my trust in myself was exactly like you would rebuild your trust with somebody else. Okay, this is like literally a training and focus right now. This what's happening right here. It starts by first not over promising to ourselves. And this is a bigger topic or bigger conversation for a different day. But the unhealed ego that is constantly trying to achieve the unimaginable, pushing you to pursue some extraordinary milestones over and over and over, constantly trying to get to the next thing, that is usually not coming from a place of just genuine desire for the thing, but instead from pain, from wanting to put a band-aid on it, which is how I dealt with those things in the past. So I would promise myself big things and not respect where I am, not take into account, do I even have the skill set necessary to do this? And expect myself to go from 0 to 100. And skills is not just what we think skills are. Everything really is a skill and a habit. So, for example, focused attention is a skill. It's something that you have to train yourself to. Like maybe right now you don't have that skill of focusing for that long or for being able to do work to that extent. So maybe you just need to sit down and get started right now and then stretch your capacity for more. And as you keep training and you keep showing up, do 5 minutes and you do it right, and then you come back the next day and you do 10 minutes, and so on and so forth. Don't expect yourself, if you are somebody who's struggling to even get started, don't expect yourself to become this super powered being who doesn't eat and sleep. Not that you ever have to or should get to that point. It's a practice. So don't overpromise. Don't promise things that you don't think you can achieve. Because although everybody tells you that you should dream big and aim big, and I'm all for that, but when it comes to rebuilding your trust with yourself, you've got to earn it. So set small things that you can do, and do those consistently enough, and then repeat that process and keep increasing it. And as you keep doing it and keep showing up, your trust in yourself will keep getting rebuilt. I think we can all agree that if somebody in our life was promising to show up at a certain time and they didn't, or promising to deliver certain things and they didn't, making big proclamations, we will not only not trust that person, but we will never respect that person. We may treat them with respect and dignity because that's who we are as human beings, but we will never perceive them as somebody who we can really count on, right? It's a matter of, can I rely on this person? That's what trust is to me. It's different from confidence, which is very much tied with trust, because when you trust a person, that's the root of the word confidence is con, starts with con, which is with, and it is basically, it's with trust. That's what confidence is that when you trust somebody, then you can have confidence in them. It's very interesting. You can have trust in somebody without having confidence in them, but you can't have confidence in somebody without having trust. I can trust that somebody is like a trustworthy person, but I'm not really confident this person has the skills necessary, but I trust them. You see, like the energy of these two things are completely different, but then you can't really have confidence in somebody and not trust them. So it's a basis for everything. Self-esteem is something completely different. But if you take care of this one thing and you build on it, then your self-esteem would actually improve, because the internal conversation will be different. You'll also see yourself as somebody who keeps their word, who's capable of doing things when they say they're going to do them. And it really is the basis of the relationship that you build with yourself. So without self-trust, you can't count on yourself to be in your own corner. That is something that I've been building and rebuilding and, my entire life. But I just remember that it is I hate to say it's a journey, it's a process, but yeah, that's what it is. It's a journey, it's a process. It's not something you do once and be done with it. So be prepared to be kind to yourself, because you're not always going to keep your promises to yourself or do this right all the time. But like any relationship, if the other person, the other person is sincere in their efforts, you can work with them. If you see that they're sincerely trying, you can work with them and understanding why. Why is it, and maybe we can readjust our expectations, or maybe we can try something different to make it work. So, there's no answer that fits all. But the bottom line is this: you want to build trust with yourself, you have to rebuild it from scratch by making promises to yourself that you do keep, and taking them as seriously as you take your promises to other people. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.